What was your worst first date?
Yeah, so my first worst date was met in a video game, Dragon Nest. We were in the same guild for about 2 years, and then later I found out that she actually lives in my city. And we're like, hey, why don't we go out?
There was that one girl that liked me in class, and then she asked me out.
My brother lives with me, and I made the mistake of having this guy from Tinder come over to my house.
I invite this girl over to have dinner, right? And I'm serving like, I don't know, I think it was steak or something. I am a horrible cook, like really bad. So I put the steak on the grill, right? And I'm really excited, okay? And like 3 hours later, she knocks on the door and she's like, oh, what are we having for dinner? And I go, oh shit. And so the steak is still on the grill.
You're crazy, man.
And I go out to the grill and the grill is literally on fire.
I would go pick her up, and then we'd go drink some coffee. So I drove to pick her up, but it was in a weird neighborhood with a lot of one-ways and stuff. Like, I'm a good driver, but when I picked her up, then that's where it all went wrong. I drove awfully. People kept running in front of my car and they forcing me to stop, and she spilled a drink on herself. Then that's how you know things already started to go bad. Then I drove against traffic on an exit, which freaked me out and freaked her out, and I was like, oh shit, I'm just making it worse. By the time we got to where we wanted to go see a movie, but I bought tickets to the wrong movie theater. So we got there, it's like, this is not for here, this is not for this movie.
I invited him over, and I found out when he got to my house that he was a very strict Christian, which I have nothing against those. I just don't think that that's made for me. He sat there the entire time gushing about video games and bragged about building a bridge in Minecraft with some famous YouTuber. Would not stop talking about it, would not stop talking, period. It got to the point where it was creepy, and then he was trying to make moves on me, and I was just like, ugh, this is awkward. And I couldn't figure out how to get rid of him, and my brother couldn't figure out how to get rid of him. I consider this a first date, but I ended up telling him that I needed to go outside and smoke a cigarette. And so we went out on my porch, and he sat down. I sat down. I said, oh, hang on, I forgot my cigarettes inside. So I went inside and shut the porch light off and locked the door and went to bed.
So shy back then. I was like the most embarrassing dude. As soon as someone would get close to me, I would just freak out. We went to the cinema, we just, we did a movie and stuff, and halfway through the movie, she decides to hold my hand. I did not expect that. I was like fully concentrated on the movie, and I did not expect her to hold my hand. So she grabs my hand. I don't know what it is, so I start freaking out and I start screaming.
Set up this whole thing on like the time and the date that we're gonna do it, so that way it doesn't mess with our schedules. And when I go to the place and I'm there, I waited for 2 hours and I got stood up.
Taking this girl to the mall and we were gonna go see a movie, right? So we're in the movie theater. This is the first time that we've ever really been on a date. And the movie, it's going well. We're touching each other a little bit. We're on the very top row, very it's going well for me, her legs are on me and stuff. As I lean in, we actually, we go in to kiss, and as we kiss and start to make out, I find out that she has had a a pouch of dip, like in her lip. She's been she's been lipping this dip like the entire movie, and it was the worst thing. Like, when you lean in to kiss someone, you don't expect to just get a bunch of Copenhagen wintergreen just in your mouth, man. It was bad. I kind of just like went back a little bit, like we stopped for a second, and she was like, oh, is everything okay? I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't expect you to be dipping. She's like, oh yeah, sorry, is that okay? And I'm just kind of like, oh yeah, kind of. It was so awkward though, man. I'm so embarrassed at this point because I paid for VIP seats at the top with recliners and shit, but I threw it away and I was like, let's just buy new tickets. But the place was sold out. The movie we wanted to go see, we couldn't go see. At this point, she's already, you know how it is. She got very upset. I mean, the way it started, the way it's been, I was like, hey, let's just get a coffee. Just went across the street to this cafe and we started drinking. Out of shame of how the day was starting out,
I spilled my coffee on me this time, like I'm about to drink, and the cup opened up. 5 minutes later, she stood up. She said, "Listen, I gotta go." I came in for a hug, which is like, how about we just shake hands?
I met this guy at a country and western dance hall because yeehaw, that's where I live. He was very nice and flirtatious with me the entire night. The like sweep you off your feet romantic kind that, you know, it makes you like your tummy bubble a little bit and you're just like, oh my god, this could be real. I danced with him over and over and over again. I wore myself out spinning on the dance floor with him. And as I'm leaving, I try to just slip out. And he grabs my arm and he's like, wait, I can't leave without a way to like get a hold of you again. You're so beautiful. I was like, okay, what do you want from me? Because I was playing hard to get. Like, I was not very good at it, if you can't tell. But I was like, you want to text me? And he's like, yes, I do. And so I gave him my number and then I left. He texted me all week and he was really sweet and nice. He was very respectful. So I was like, oh gosh, this might be a good guy. And so I've agreed to go and meet up with him and have drinks at this other bar, and I wasn't even gonna have many. I was gonna have like one or two. And I got there and I saw him and he was dressed so nice, like handsome as could be. He was the guy that didn't know that he was handsome. And so he comes over and he pulls out my chair and he sits me down and he says, oh my gosh, is that a new shirt? I love that. That's beautiful. It looks really good on you. And it brings out your blue eyes. And I was like, oh my God. And then I sat down and he goes, so how was your week? I said, good. And he goes, oh yeah, I'm married. And I was like, what? And he goes, yeah, but we've been having a lot of problems. I wanted to put this out there because I do plan on leaving her. And I looked at him dead in the eye and I said, how about you don't? You want some advice? And the rest of that evening turned into me actually giving him marital advice. My date turned into me having a marital therapy session.
There's like plumes of smoke coming out of the grill. And I'm like, oh shit. So I go grab the fire extinguisher and I'm like, and it finally goes out, right? And she's like, goodbye. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm not gonna get laid. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I have an idea. So I go to get pasta from my cabinet. I grab the spaghetti, right? I start pouring it out of the box into the boiling water, and I have a gas burner, so there's a flame. And what happened is the flame, the pasta went down into the flame. The pasta then lit on fire. It traveled up the pasta, went into the wooden box, lit the whole box on fire. So I'm just standing there. She's like, oh, I'm just gonna leave. And I'm like, yeah, that seems best. I think this dinner is a little scuffed.
Because I guess that kind of made her an even bigger crush on me, but it was just so painful for me because I did not enjoy the rest of the movie at all. It was just pure cringe for me. I was like, oh god. I asked her like the most random things. I think it was like, I started like, hey, so what's your favorite color and stuff. If you had like one chance to go back in time, who would you save? She was like, can we just finish the movie first? Yeah, afterward we can talk. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. And I just shut up. That made me feel even worse. I just had the feeling, oh thanks man. I need that right now.
My worst first date is when I went ahead and I took this girl out, right? And we went to Chipotle, because why not? Because she wants to go to Chipotle. So I took her out and we decided to go eat. So when we sat down and started eating, I asked her, you know, this place is not that bad because it's my first time eating at Chipotle. She did say that was good, and afterwards she said, yeah, my boyfriend would love this. Oh, I just left her the bill, and I just walked out.
Yo Lucidians, what's going down? This is my new avatar. I showed off a little bit in my community tab, but this is what I look like now in VR. So if you see me, don't be shy, come say hi. I'm always going to be around here. I personally wanted to give a shout out to my Patreon supporters for giving me the opportunity to do YouTube full time and drop out of college within this next year or so. So Patreon supporters, thank you. Your names are going to be all right on the side right here. You guys look so beautiful. Wow, there's so many of you. But that's all I had to say. So if you have any virtual reality video ideas, please lend me some of your creativity down in the comments down below. I will read all of your comments, and if your idea is good enough, I will turn it into a real video. Thanks for watching this video. Stay dreaming, stay lucid. I'm out. Peace.